What up? Oh my god.
What's going
You
on?
are?
What's happening?
Chilling.
Who was calling? Yeah. That's
Much love.
Well, I hope they ate something today.
I worked a little too much.
you could use tipsy taxi. Achoo! Jeez, Louise. I apologize.
Bless you, B. Take the keys.
What's the name of that company? Is that Tipsy Cab or Tipsy Taxi or whatever? On the holidays they'll come and tow your car and give you a cab ride or whatever. So, I think it's called Tipsy Taxi. I think is what they call it. And yeah, if you're drunk, they'll come and they'll either send a cab to get you or a tow truck to pull your car and give you a ride home. They work with all the taxi companies and the tow truck companies to figure out how to get you back to the house without letting you drive.
That's awesome.
It's a good service.
I mean, I know a lot of the cab companies around here are going out of business, so I don't know if they're still offering that kind of stuff. I know last year they were for sure.
Oh, Cleveland's major cab company just went out of business this week.
Yeah, the top three actually are all shutting their doors. They're from Uber's is winning. So I don't know if it's still offering. Yeah, I mean whatever. It is what it is. Taxi cabs became too expensive.
That's
Dang.
probably pretty accurate.
This went pretty deep.
Well, that's not
Your
even the only
application-based
industry.
empire.
Hey, real quick, so I can move past this, I just want to give a shout out real quick to my dad, Tech Sergeant Edward G. Robertson from the Air Force. Oh yeah. Let's introduce everybody to. Oh yeah. That's all right. It's Robertson, same as mine, man. He's I'm Edward Robertson. Yeah, Dad. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So in January, when we went to DC, I had an opportunity to get into Arlington, and I did a Periscope stream from there, 2 of them. This one is just a walkthrough of Section 70. This is where my mom and my dad are. That's my dad's grave that you're looking at. Tech Sergeant Edward Robertson. He was in the Air Force, Korean. Oh yeah, there's a lot. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, you can just kind of get a. Yeah, my mom and my dad are buried there. They actually share the same same headstone. Mom's on one side. That's right here. Yes, mom's name is Isis. And this is the backside of my dad's headstone, Section 70, grave 2000. And then dad's on the other side. And they're together forever. Good spot to be. No, I don't think so.
Are you hearing the fireworks? Oh, I thought you were talking about this. You're hearing it from somebody else.
You guys see this? That kind of gives you a scale of Arlington right there. If you look, as far as you can see, all the way out here, it's just headstone after headstone after headstone. And this is maybe, 4 or 5 sections that you can see here out of 70. I don't know. I think there's like 75 sections. There's a few new sections right next to my dad's section. This whole section over here is brand new. Every time you see one of the widows from all of the Iraqi soldiers, or the soldiers that lost their lives in Iraq, this is the next section over across the street here. That's right next to my dad's section. This section, Section 70, is also the closest section to the Pentagon. So on September 11th, it was pretty, I was a little bit nervous about how, the proximity of this section to the Pentagon, but, Well, when this is the day after the inauguration, I was here while the Women's March was going on downtown in DC, and I was walking by, and I'd been here dozens of times. Dad went in 1984, and I had never found a shell casing before. You see, I got a whole handful there. I ended up finding about 45 of them in a row in the area here.
What was your dad a part of?
My dad was 20 years in the Air Force. He was a KC-135 pilot. He fought in Korea and Vietnam. The only things I know. No, his tombstone said United States Air Force. You might have been looking at a different one after I moved, but his says U.S. Air Force right on the front. Yeah. Yeah. So I ended up finding 40 something, and they do salutes there during inauguration time. So it was kind of a cool find to have those. So I went down, like you see, I went down and just put one on everybody's headstone on the row of my dad's. Dad's grave, just showed some respect with him. I had the 21 from when my dad was buried. I lost them in a house fire in 2008. So I hung on to a handful of them, just to give my kids, and everybody in the crew got one. There's 1 or 2 people left that still haven't, but I have, I'm holding them for everybody. But yeah, it was a good trip down. It was a good opportunity to get down there and get in there. It was nice to be in a quiet situation, and it was interesting knowing that right across the river, literally on the other side of where I am now. D, how many people were in the Women's March? What was it? It was like 50,000, 100,000 people in the streets that morning. I mean, it was just such a big day.
There's,
I can't remember exact numbers.
It was a lot of people.
It was a lot of people, but here I am. Look, I'm not surrounded by people this morning. This was literally at like 11 o'clock in the morning, when probably around the same time you guys were trying to get through the checkpoints to get into the roped off areas. It was interesting. It was an interesting day, and it's always nice to get out. Huh?
I remember that.
Yeah, it was nice, to get out and visit mom and dad again. There's mom. We were talking about the irony before of there being a Lebanese immigrant named Isis buried in Arlington Cemetery, and it's kind of a sobering thought. There you go. Look at all those. And if you're not hearing Chico, he is he's asking if anybody hears him. So if you can't hear Chico, let us know that you can't hear Chico.
Who can you guys hear?
I don't believe Chico is coming through. I believe his mic might be turned off on the XSplit.
It is. It's going through my. It's going through my headset microphone. So I just turned it on. I just turned on my headset microphone, so everybody should be able to hear me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to change it to my desktop microphone unless I close the XSplit, and I'm not going to do that. So I guess I'm on 2 microphones for the rest of the stream. I apologize for that, everybody. I was not aware that my XSplit was not picking up my desktop microphone, which my Hangouts is using. Hello, everybody. I did start out the stream by saying I wanted to give my prayers and shout-outs to my close friend Gregory Owens, a.k.a. Face, Sergeant Owens. My boy, he died in Afghanistan. I did want to give my shout-outs to him, his family, his daughters, his wife. And I wanted to give my shout outs to everybody else that passed in these wars that we've had, and happy Memorial Day to everybody. Please, like Dabu said, don't drink and drive during these holidays. If you're a friend, take your friend's keys. If you feel like they've drunk too much, call a cab, call an Uber, call a Lyft. Doesn't matter. It saves somebody's life. Other than that, hello everybody, and I'll let Mike get back to his story. Sorry for my mic not working.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
So, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. This was me walking around Arlington for about a half an hour. This will be done here in a few minutes, and then I also did a stream where for the changing of the guards. So I'll let that play in the background too, and you guys can watch that while we're doing this show tonight. But happy Memorial Day. If you guys have anybody lost any loved ones or any family or friends, or even just respect people that you don't know that have been lost, that's what today's all about. And the people that support veterans and the veterans appreciate it, and we all appreciate it just the same for the ones that aren't here anymore.
Truly,
So,
I want to say, like,
yeah, there you go, Chico.
I want to say it is important. It is important to recognize those who have fallen in the recognition of our freedom and democracy, whether we see the truth or not. Those who have fallen may have not known exactly what they were fighting for at the time, but the important fact is that the reason they were fighting was for the rest of us, whether they were fighting somebody else's war or not. In their mind, They were fighting for us. They were fighting for you, me, your children, everybody here. And that's important to keep to mind. So just because you're awake, never ever look down at a soldier, because just because you're awake doesn't mean they are. Everybody has to wake up sooner or later, and you know, unfortunately, mine was once I was leaving, and not when I was there. So, but I do salute every single soldier that we have in our military, and not only that, I also I think Memorial Day stands for not only those in the uniform that fight for us, but those who fight for our freedom and democracy. Period. Like U.S. attorneys federal attorneys who try to uncover cover-ups and die in the face of trying to um, expose conspiracy and lies and deceit. And I think that's very important to appreciate those two that try to show us, what's really going on. Try to, in a way to say to pull back the veil, to allow us to see what's going on the inside, that they have died to do that. Like, and I will get into it a little bit later. Like I believe that the U.S. federal attorney that died on Hollywood Beach maybe 3 days ago with his head blown off, like I believe he died for when trying to expose the DNC voter fraud. And I will get back to that later, but I feel like Memorial Day is to appreciate all those who have died in in our names, in all of our names. So I salute our veterans. I salute our police, our firemen, our 9/11 firemen, our 9/11 police force, our everybody who's just died in the name of us as a American people, and not only an American people. Like I don't section myself off by labels. Like I believe we're all one and the same, no matter what country you're in. Anybody who's tuning in across the world, much love to anybody you've lost fighting for the freedom of your country, and I appreciate it. And anybody, anybody wanna, Mike, if you wanna continue with these video that you're showing, and I was trying to find an article I was looking at earlier today. The article was telling me exactly how many people were buried at Arlington every day, and it was quite a bit. It was shocking. So I'm trying to locate that article, and when I was doing it, my phone died, unfortunately. So I will find it though. But I know it is over 300,000 soldiers are buried at Arlington. I know that we've lost over 1.8 million soldiers in war through since the birth of our nation. And when you think about it, 1.8 million people is quite a bit, no matter how you look at it. And these people go out and join our military forces to protect us and to, keep invaders out of our country, to protect us from enemies. Like a lot of people say, whether foreign or domestic. And like a lot of veterans who are still alive today say, we never swear out of that oath. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the ceremony you got
So,
here? Is this from Inauguration Day?
no, this happens every hour at the top of the hour. This is the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. That the big white block that you see on the right, that's the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. They go through a ritual type ceremony to pass off the honor and responsibility of guarding this particular tomb. If you don't know what the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is, it literally is the the grounds for soldiers that we don't know the names to, one from each branch of the military that represent all of our lost soldiers and bodies that have turned up and will ever turn up, that we will
Without
never
a
know the
dog
names to.
tag or yeah, just unidentified soldiers.
Right. Right. So this
Just
is
really hard.
this is their grave. So this is the Army's 3rd Infantry. It is the guarding of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and the Caisson Patrol at Arlington. The Caisson Patrol is the division of the Army's 3rd Infantry that handles the funerals. They tend to the horses. They do the 21 gun salutes. That's the Caisson Patrol side of the Army's 3rd Infantry. And then the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's the 2nd hardest badge to get in the Army, second only to the astronaut badge. And you see that his officer is looking him up and down. It takes, you should, if you guys don't know anything about the guards here at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, there's a couple really good documentaries out there. These guys, before they step out of the building, there's 5 or 6 of them that go over each other with upside down tape. They cannot have a button that is off by like points of a millimeter. There's video out there of them getting yelled at. They check their rifles to make sure their rifles are clean. They can't have a piece of lint on their uniform. They have to be, the standards are so high.
Oh yeah, there's a
It's
proper
the honor
etiquette.
guard.
There's
It's
a proper
the
etiquette
Army's
for
honor
it,
guard.
and you have to
Right, but theirs is next level shit. Sorry, I don't,
no,
excuse
of
my
course,
French, but
of
theirs
course.
is next level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. When you do honor guard, listen. What I want to say is like these guys are not just they do this every day. Different soldiers are chosen for honor guard, depending on the
Mm-hmm.
event.
Yep.
So
Oh, they
you
rotate.
get to
Yeah, they
yeah they
rotate on the
rotate.
regular.
So you're not like you're doing this every day and you're prepared for this. Like no, one day you may just be chosen and you're gonna be honor guard, and now you have to have your uniform and your class. Well, back when I was in, it was class A's, and now I guess they're dress blues, and that's their proper attire or their formal attire. And when you go out there, everything has to be 100% up to par. If they will smoke you right on scene. Like it's not not a question of a doubt. It's right there in front of hundreds or thousands of people. They will smoke you right on the scene. And this is one of the most important presentations in military is to give a proper
And you
burial
hear
to your loved ones. Hey,
when they start
real
it,
quick,
the
Mike,
officer
I'm gonna step
that's out
away
there,
for 1 minute. If you can carry it for like maybe 1.5 minutes, I'll be right back.
I'm sure will be cool.
All right, thanks.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, when they first come out, there's an officer out there, and when they're starting the ceremony, he tells the crowd, this is you need to be quiet. And like I said, there's a lot of video out there of them yelling at the crowd, people getting yelled at for making noise or whispering or talking. They're no joke. It's a very important job and a very, you can see the marks that their shoes have created on the so it's coming across a little choppy because we're sharing, screen share through XSplit. But if you guys wanted to see the video, I'll post the Periscope links for you guys to check it out. Who else is with us?
I'm with you.
The world.
Anybody have anything they want to throw in?
Well, so it seems that last week the state of Alabama passed a bill that would guarantee those that served in the Alabama National Guard complete pay of their tuition with any in-state college. So that's awesome for those who choose to take that path. It also gives them a little bit more ammo to go into the high schools and whatnot, which I'm not cool with. But you know, if they make that decision, they make that decision. But this is a good thing to give back to them if they indeed do
I'm back, guys. Thank you.
take that route.
Now carry on, Bobby. I was just saying I'm back.
Well, it's SB 315. Previously, they did offer up to $2,000 a year for college tuition for those that would volunteer for the Alabama National Guard. But now they're going to pay for it all, and that sometimes can range up to 17,000 on up. So they're stepping up to bat to take care of them. Just thought I would bring that to the table tonight.
Yeah, I want to, now just thinking about what you're saying there, I want to bring up something that's kind of personal to me. I want to thank a very, very close friend of mine, Kenneth Estevez. I hope you don't mind me saying your name on air. He was a sergeant as well, and we're very, very close. We consider each other like family. And he's from Miami Beach, and I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida, which is only about 40 minutes from each other. And we joined at the same time. We ended up going to basic training, AIT, and ending up at the same duty station, which is 3 out of 3, which is really rare. And we got really close. And man, Kenny, if you're listening, you're lucky, man, because the guy who I mentioned earlier, Face Sergeant Owens, he traded leaves with Kenneth Estevez, and if he didn't trade leaves with Kenny, he would be alive, and Kenny would be dead. So, yeah, Kenny, you're lucky. And I don't know. I am having a good one. It does bring me down a little bit during these times like this because I have lost people who are very close to me, and we did have really, really strong relationships with each other because I don't know. The military is like a family. It's not. It's not just a friendship. It's it's this guy is gonna have my back and I'm gonna have his back. He may save my life and I may save his. It's you're really your brothers and sisters because at the end of the day you may give the ultimate price to save that other one's life, and that's what we celebrate today for. And in a way, it is hurtful to me. And I don't know. I did drink. I'm gonna change it, but I did drink some Captain Morgan today because that was my I say my crew because they were my crew, all my buddies, all my battle buddies. It was my little crew. We all used to drink Captain Morgan, and we used to have a fun time talking stuff and going out and partying and just you work hard, you play hard, man, and that's how we were. And unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to do it again. I lost 5 battle buddies in one instant at the same exact time in Afghanistan in Mahmudia. They call it the Triangle of Death. They all got hit with an IED. They were in one Humvee in a convoy, and their Humvee happened to be the one to set off the IED, and it blew the IED in half and killed all of them at the same time. And it's
Sorry for your loss, Chico.
yeah, I'm sorry for their families' losses.
Heroes, man. Absolute heroes.
Yeah, man. Young too. That's what sucks about it. It's, like they say, the good die young. I mean, these guys. The oldest one was probably 25 years old. So that shows you.
Yep. Oh. And that's what that's the power and the depth of what you're looking at, on my screen, not the trees that it's up in right now, but It's what it means. It's powerful. It's a lot. They all sign a piece of paper knowing that they could lose their life, and every single one signs that piece of paper. That means something. Not all of us can say that we would do that. Not all of us can say that we would lay our life on the line, especially, ever, ever. But it still happens.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
still
I have to
happens.
say, like, I know when I joined, I had a lot of close family and friends who, they have. And I joined the army. That wasn't my first choice. Nothing against the army. I love my brothers, man. But it wasn't my first choice. I was trying to go to the Marines, but unfortunately, I had tattoos that came past my elbows, and the Marines have code against that, so I couldn't join the Marines. But I had an older cousin. I'm not gonna mention his name because he's in it's kind of a secret now. But my cousin, he was in the Marines, and he talked me into joining the military. Before that, I never even paid attention to the military. Like, it was the furthest thing from my mind. Even though, keep in mind, I had a grandfather who was a fighter pilot in World War II. I also had an uncle who was in the infantry, and still, it was not the life that I was living when I was younger. But I did have one cousin who I grew up very close to, and he came home from the Marines one time, and he just came to me, and he was like, "Hey, and he of course called me by my name, and he told me, you should join the military, man," because he saw that I was just really, what it was is I was really hard headed, and I was stubborn, and he just figured it would make a man out of me. So, at the time when I joined, that's why when everybody tells me thank you for your service, I always just tell them thank you, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't even consider what I was doing as important as it was. Um, because when I joined, that's not where my mind was at. The reason I joined was because just because I was in a rough spot in life, and I just needed something different to pull me out of that, and that's what the military did, and it actually straightened me up a whole lot. My father laughed at me when I told him I was going to join the military. He thought it was a joke, and he was like, "Yeah, right, you'll never make it." So, it was kind of like a prove him wrong type thing, and I want to get the heck up out of this situation that I'm in, this lifestyle that I'm in, this area that I'm in. So, for some people, military is the only good choice that they have, and that was what it was for me when I was 17, turning 18 years old. And that's what I did. And I went to all my cousins and my closest friends and everybody and was like, "Hey, man, let's go. Let's go to the Army, man. It's going to be awesome, bro. Join the same MOS that I did. I'm a 13 Bravo Cannon crew member. They're going to give us $26,000 sign-on bonus. Let's go. Let's do it." And, everybody was like, "Yeah, F that. F that. I'm not doing that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." And, so I ended up going by myself. So what Mike was saying, a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people don't do it. So don't take what those guys do lightly, because, at the end of the day, when they sign that paper, they're signing that paper to say, like, I will live and die for this. It's not even
For
a
this
question
country,
of their own.
for us,
Exactly.
who don't go into the military and pursue other types of careers, for our freedom,
And it's nothing
for our
wrong with that,
friends,
because we need people
for
to
their
go
families.
and go after other careers. But you have to respect and honor those who have died to protect the Constitution of this country. No matter how you look at it, whether we are overcome by other people who are trying to do deceitful things with our nation, those guys who wear that uniform, those military uniforms, they're doing it for the Constitution of this country. And the Constitution of this country, I stand firmly behind it. It is a great honor to know that we have the Constitution of the United States, because I can tell you one thing: other countries around the world are looking like, man, I wish we had that. I wish we had the Second Amendment. I wish we had the First Amendment. I wish we had the Third, Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, Seventh. I wish we had all the amendments. I wish we had the whole because we have laws that protect us from our government's overreach, and they keep trying to step in and overstep their reach, but we have a constitution, and as long as we have people fighting for that constitution and researching that constitution and gaining knowledge on it to where they will fight for it and go to court for it, that's the things that matter. Because if we have everybody in our society that just doesn't even care about the constitution, doesn't even, once the constitution is gone, consider this country gone, straight up. Because that's what holds our laws in order. If we cannot keep our constitution in order, then we have no order in this country anymore. That's what keeps our government.
And he's talking about pre late 1800s Constitution too. The Constitution that starts out, we the people for the United States, not we the people of the United States.
Yeah, because we are not property of the United States.
United States.
We're not property of our country. Our country is property of us.
At least we weren't until after the late 1800s.
And to me, honestly, I understand what everybody says with that, but and excuse me when I say this, I could give a shit less if that paper says that we are property of our country. Our country is property of us. Those of us who care to dig in depth, we know what the original documentation said, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter how they have manipulated the system in order to push their agenda. That doesn't matter. What matters is that we wake up everybody into understanding what was the original intent of the Constitution. That's what matters.
That's right. And if you want to know a little more about it, 0 Hour episode 2 on my channel was when we did a whole thing about that. So if you guys want to know, what the real belief is and what the real, the real Constitution, check out that episode, because it's a lot of info about it in there, a lot of good links to go to do a little research on. We'll just call it the switch over from freedom to the corporate status of the country.
An analysis of the underhanded bullshit.
Yeah. And it's, all of it's documented stuff. I mean, it is what it is. Things did happen in country. There is stuff in Congress that was passed in specific years that allowed for certain things to happen. And, Dabu, you've talked a lot about the, is D with us? I don't see D here anymore. But yeah, D, he's covered a lot about and talked a lot about over the years the Federal Reserve, not being part of the government and what it is a part of. And
yeah, it is not, definitely. People need to know that. And I think that most of our viewers do know that. But the thing is that we need our viewers and ourselves to share that with the people that we know, because maybe they don't know that.
Right, and that's key. That's the key, Spread it, share links, get it out there, and talk to people. I think a lot more people are waking up these days. A lot more people are open to it. A lot, you don't have to be an idiot. You don't have to be a quote unquote, tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist to see that on either side of the coin, the far right, the far left, whatever, the right or the left, any up, down, whatever way you want to do it, nobody's really happy with anything that's going on, no matter who's in place. So
I think it's the contrary, actually. I think you have to be an idiot to not see what's going on. I think, and
that's what a lot of people are waking up as a result.
Like, I don't want to say it that strong. I mean, I think that you just have to be naive to not. You're not an idiot. That's kind of a little extreme.
And the point is
naive. You have to be a bit naive to not see what's going on. You have to not know how to, or not trust your own discernment to not understand what's going on today in this country and in this world. Because like Dabu says a lot, this is a world stage. This is all one theater. It's a theater of war. It's a it's all a play.
Yeah.
It's all pre-written. People know what's gonna
And
go
Eric,
on
we've
before it happens.
talked a lot. Yeah, Eric, we've talked a lot about the the different plays that are made through the healthcare system and through the corporate structure. We've covered it a lot. Brian's talked a lot about the law. Brian understands the law better than any other person that I've met online yet. I don't think I've ever seen somebody be able to pull that much stuff together that quick.
Yeah, he digs in deep. He digs in deep,
and
that's the thing that I like about.
And
he's
he's really good at understanding the Senate stuff. All of the laws that are passed in the bills. He's really.
And that's what I like about this whole
understanding.
This whole, what do I call it? I don't want to call it a community, and I don't want to call it a group either.
It's a collective. We're a collective of people that are like-minded, and
that's what's so great about it, is that yes, we're like-minded, but at the same time we are different-minded. And what I mean by
different-minded,
is that we all dig into our
different-minded
own
people with.
Yeah, we all have the same. We all have the same main objective. We all have the same main objective, but at the same time, we all have our minor objectives that we dig into on our own. And then when we get together as a collective, I might say, hey, such and such did this today, and then you might say, hey, such and such this happened today. So now we're sharing the information that each of us gathered. None of us are all gathering the same information. For the most part.
And I do that with other people in my life too. Like, that's a part of talking to the other people around you, like making sure you talk to your spouses, and making sure you talk to the kids, and making sure you talk to coworkers and friends, and in the same way that we hop on here or hop in and listen to other people's shows. I can have the same kind of conversation with somebody that I'm sitting across from at my desk at work, or at a concert. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind talking about this stuff.
And while we're there, I'm gonna take this second to actually, while we're talking about the diversity in our group and how well it serves us as a collective. The diversity, I do want to plug in our Summer Truth Bash, August 26th in Cleveland, Ohio. If I don't have a link to it, I will put a link in the chat momentarily.
What do we have in Cleveland?
I don't know. If you don't know, I don't know. But back from that episode of Erick's Maze Collective.
What?
I do want to say that we are having a Summer Truth Bash, August 26th in Cleveland, Ohio, whether Erick knows it or not. Welcome to the surprise, my brother. This is what's going on.
Goodness.
And be ready. So, for those of you who don't know, that's what is happening. And if you don't want to be cool, don't be there. But if you do want to be cool, make sure you show up.
That sounds like an 80s PSA.
I'm just kidding, but for real, hey, if you have the funds, the time, and the opportunity to be there, you're more than welcome, and we would greatly appreciate it. I will say that I will be there. I know many people on this panel, if not everybody, will be there. So if you want to meet people in person, if you want, and we're not making nothing from this, man. This is purely a get-together of minds that think alike, and it should surely be a very fun.
Some of us haven't met each other in person, and it's damn time. It's damn time.
No, hey, my Vikings fan. Yeah, me and Mike can hear each other. We do talk over each other. It may be because I like to talk and he likes to talk. So it's gonna happen.
It's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, but it's
Right
awesome.
now.
It's awesome.
Yep.
It's not a thing. It doesn't bother any of us on this panel. We know that people are gonna cut. This is what it's about, bro. Cut in when you have something to say. Speak over me if you feel like what you got to say is more important than me talking about gibberish, and keep going. For real, man. Hey, if Eric finds
Hashtag
some
real
breaking
talk.
news, break in with that breaking news, man. Break the sound. Let us know what's going on. If Mike comes to an idea that he's been thinking about all day and he just wants to share it with everybody and it's more important than me talking about what I ate for lunch, bring it on, brother. It's really, that's
So
what
what
it's
did you eat for
about,
lunch?
man. For lunch today, I didn't eat anything, if you want to know, but I did eat a very late, I guess I can consider it lunch, which would happen to be a burrito, a taco, and some a chicken breast, which sounds like I'm kind of overindulging, but I do enjoy my food festivities, so we'll leave it there, and we don't have to carry on with that. But just know I
Those
do.
good old fashioned Memorial
Hey,
Day tacos.
For real. I do love some good food, and hey, that's what I love about America. Is in America you can eat some food from a little bit of everywhere, man. You can't go to no country in the world and
Dude, I had
enjoy the
Memorial Day hummus and pita
diversity
for lunch
and
today, so
yeah, exactly. You can't enjoy this diversity that you can enjoy here anywhere else in the world. So when everybody else is pushing like, "Hey, let more of these people into your country and let more of these people," like you just all we have to do is look at them and say like, "We're already diverse. How about you?" You know, like because that's what we are. We are a country of immigrants, and we're not a country of illegal immigrants. We're a country of legal immigrants. So whether my family was an immigrant, which I'm proud to say that they were, I am a first-hand American, and you know, like I said, my grandfather did fight in the World War II, which kind of contradicts me being a first-time American. But my grandfather, that I know as my grandfather, was not my blood grandfather. So that explains that. And but my family is of Cuban descent and of Puerto Rican descent, and I am a first time immigrant, or however they like to say it in the politically correct way, and
first generation.
first generation, that's how they say it. But my family did come here legally, man, and I think that's the right way to be. I'm not against immigration at all. Hey, like I said before, I love diversity. I love being able to look at Google, as much as a beast as it is, and say like, man, what am I eating today? And just look at this thing and look at like gyros or heroes or however people want to say it,
Where's the
or
conversation going?
tacos or burritos or hamburgers, or you know, like I can eat food from anywhere. I could eat lo mein. I can eat whatever I want from any
Lolo
country,
man.
whatever you want to call it, man. Potato, tomato. You know, it is what it is. But that's what's awesome about this
You
country
forgot the potato.
is that you get to enjoy food from different nations, and that's awesome. And not just food, but diversity. You get to experience people's different ways of life, people's different, you know, ethnic backgrounds, and it's awesome. It's
Did you guys see
amazing.
the Did you guys see the
Music?
national? Did you guys see the National Geographic stuff that came out like last month, where they talked about how, or maybe it was a couple months ago, where they did the artist conception of what they think the average human is going to look like in 100 years because of race mixing. Did you guys see that? Did the stories on that? Does anybody remember that?
Nope.
I didn't see it.
I
Can
don't
you
know.
share some with
I
us?
don't recall.
I can't. I'm on mobile right now. I'm outside. I can't share anything right now. But if you look up,
I'm not talking about screen share. I'm saying anything that you have on your mind that you remember from the article or what you read.
oh yeah, no, it's just
Share
like
with
you were
us.
saying about it. Yeah, I mean soon. You know, not soon. It's going to be some time, but you know, and it could be. You know, who knows the validity to it, but that's kind of where their models are taking it. It doesn't say that that's what's going to happen. Anything can happen. But I just thought it was interesting, their take on it. Their models projected that, you know, it was these weird characteristics like curly blonde hair, like a off-white milky skin. Everybody had like a similar look to them. It was pretty eerie.
You mean a couple shades?
Pretty creepy.
A couple shades on top of white?
Apparently, yeah.
You know, you take
But
white,
just- but
and
just
you
a
take
couple,
white,
though, like,
and you add a
legitimately,
couple
though.
shades, and then throw a few more.
Yeah, I guess, but it was kind of like a grayish skin tone. It was weird. It
For
was like
those
a
who
milky
don't know,
grayish
we're
skin.
talking about a police dispatcher.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
with
that wound up
with
being
a
like a
gentleman
hoax.
who the police dispatcher wanted him to refer to the suspect by a particular race, and the gentleman who was calling in just was not into that type of labeling, and instead of calling them by a color or a particular color, he just said, you know, there are a couple shades of white, and you add a couple shades on top of that, you know, because he apparently he didn't believe in gender, somewhat like myself. You know, I mean, not gender, race. I'm sorry, I definitely believe in gender. I 100% believe in gender. You know, and only two at that. I want to say that I don't.
Say, where is this going right
Look,
now?
I don't care. I don't care. Anybody can bring up this video later on in the future or whatever they want. I don't care how politically correct this country gets. I only and forever, for the rest of the time I breathe air into my body, I only believe in two genders. And that's what it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
Well, it's America.
But
You can speak your
what
mind,
I
man.
was gonna
Don't
say,
apologize for
what
it.
I was meaning to say actually was, I only believe in one race, and that's what I was meaning to say. Is I don't believe in all of this black race, white race, Spanish race, all of this mess. It's one race. It's the human race. We're all the same. We're brothers and sisters.
Amen.
Some of us have pigment
Hell
to our
yes.
skin. Some of us don't. That's what makes us different. We don't want us all to be the same. It would be super duper boring for us all to be the same.
I'm ready for reach to the ceiling like a Southern Baptist church right now.
Wait, what?
I
100%
ain't
Chester.
down
I'm
with
ready
the
to reach
Southern
for the
Baptist
ceiling.
Church, but I get
I didn't
what
say
you're
anything about being
saying.
down with it. I just, yeah.
I get what
Anyway,
you're saying, but no, I
Okay,
didn't
what's the
assume
conversation
anybody's
again?
skin color, Paul Panda. What I'm saying is skin color means nothing, absolutely nothing. If it means
We all
something
believe
to
red.
you, I respect that. But to me, it means nothing. All of us are the same. We're humans. Look, when I get up in the morning, no matter what color I am and what color you are, we're going to put on our pants at the same way, one leg at a time. Neither one of us are going to jump up and throw both legs
Wait.
into the pants at the same time. It's one leg at a
That's
time.
happened to me twice.
What
though.
happens if you pass out in your pants, though? Like,
If you pass out in your pants, that still makes us the same because I pass out in my pants too. I mean, I don't know.
touche.
We're
John
still not
Smith
different.
and Barbie in the chat we're talking about. Well, John Smith says custom built children, which is you know the what's that thing for their
The DNA manipulation.
Yeah, DNA manipulation. The sifter, not the sifter. What's the? It sounds like something you would use while you were cooking. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Oh my
you got
God.
that DNA seasoning,
Did
sweetheart?
you guys see Mrs. Ghost's comment? Mrs. Ghost say, she said, well, first let me start. She said, most of us are not one race, mostly to begin with. And then she says, so you can't go by skin color. Like, say my husband, he's clear. He's not white, LOL, and he's got Spanish blood in him.
CRISPR.
But
CRISPR, damn it.
she identified him as clear. So, listen, if we go by color, there it will never end. It will never end because there's too many colors, and that's what makes it awesome. I love it. I love it. I love everybody of every color. I have white friends, black friends, green friends, orange friends, blue friends, orange friends, green friends. I didn't know that I said a couple of
Where's
those
it going?
more than once, but I said it on purpose because what I want to say is I don't care what color you are, man. I don't even see that. I don't see
Mrs.
it.
Ghost said he's so white he's clear.
Yeah, yeah. That's the funny part to me. Is like he's clear. That's not a color. That's just see-through, transparent. He's just, in Spanish they have a saying, and I'm not gonna say it in Spanish, but in English it comes off like when you stand in front of the TV and people say like, oh, were your parents glass makers or whatever?
You
Like,
ain't
well,
made of glass, boy. Get out your
yeah,
way.
yeah, okay. So, well, well, I don't know if in all Spanish, but my family, and not all of my family, the Puerto Rican side of my family, what they say, well, in Spanish, is you're are you a plastic pork chop? And I don't know how that makes sense at all. But apparently it means the same thing as are your parents glass makers? But they ask you, and in Spanish they're asking you, are you a plastic pork chop moving from in front of the TV? And I guess that's as close to clear as you can get as being a plastic
A
pork chop.
plastic pork chop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I don't even know. Plastic could be different colors, so it really doesn't make sense to me. But that's the expression that my family makes when you stand in front of the TV. They're gonna ask you in Spanish, "Are you a plastic pork chop?" I want to call my dad.
Yeah,
And
my
laugh
mom
at-
used to say
I want to
some
call
weird
my
shit
dad and
too.
laugh at him just for that right now. Like plastic pork chop? Are you crazy, guy? Are you crazy? But so hey, does anybody got anything that they want to talk about tonight? Anybody here in the panel?
Food.
Don't go there. Okay, anybody
I think
else
we've already did
besides
that.
Erick? I don't want to talk about food because I can take a proper dose of that right now. So,
Well, I actually did want to have a topic on, well, not just food, but on something I was reading earlier about the food industry,
well,
but I
let's
can't
do
think
it.
of exactly what it is anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, while
I
you're thinking
tried
about
to
it,
myself.
I'm gonna go into some South Florida news. Those who live anywhere near Alligator Alley, um, 55-mile stretch of Alligator Alley was reopened today by the Florida Highway Patrol, and apparently it was closed because of a brush fire. I mean, no matter how you think of it, 55-mile stretch is a freaking long amount of roadway. And yeah, they just reopened it today, and I was trying to see exactly when
Yeah,
they said it was closed.
I've heard stories about Alligator Alley before. I worked as a chef in a country club one time, and one of the line cooks there grew up in Florida, and he was telling stories about how people would hit them things on the highway going like 60, 70 miles an hour, and it would literally jump their car when they hit these alligators. They would just hit them and wreck their cars. Like the people would
Yeah, it's like
rip
deers
the
in the
tires
north,
off.
bro.
A deer in the north, yeah, it'll wreck your car in a different kind of way,
But
top side.
that's what I mean though. But it's like that's what an alligator is for us here. It's in the south. I mean, in Central Florida and North
That's it,
Florida.
man.
In Central Florida and North
That's it,
Florida,
and
we
that's scary
experience
because
deer
there's
just
deer
like the rest
all
of
over the
you.
place.
In Central Florida and North Florida.
Right.
But I mean, in Southern Florida, you have to remember most of this land down here was the Everglades. This was swamp.
Right.
And they
and you
filled
guys got
it.
a lot of turtle down there too.
Oh yeah. Don't talk about my little tank friends.
A
But
cousin of mine actually, he lives down near Orlando. He goes and like plays around and catches alligators.
yeah, hey, we did that as kids, man. That's nothing. I mean, I guess
Well,
for
he
you
ain't a kid
guys,
anymore.
for you
He's
guys that's
not
different.
getting the
But
small alligators. He's
I
getting
have
the
a
big
friend who
alligators.
lives in Virginia. He used to go out on a little canoe into the in Lake Worth, Florida, which is in West Palm Beach. We had a lake called we have a lake called Lake Osborne, and my boy he used to go out there in his canoe and catch baby alligators and throw them in a 5-gallon bucket. And I don't know. We were young teenagers. We were stupid. But what he would do with them is he would try to sell them to people for their pets.
Oh
and
no, he used to eat these.
what it was actually a funny story about that was one time he was out there in the canoe and he was trying to grab this baby alligator. It was actually swimming away from the canoe, so he's reaching for it, and he flipped the canoe over. And it's evening time now, so it's the sun's going down, and I mean the moon
Oh
is
my
half
God.
up, and it's pretty dark, and the way that he's finding these baby alligators is with a flashlight. The alligator's eyes reflect from the light. So he's out there and with the flashlight, and he flips over the canoe, and the flashlight is floating because it is a boat flashlight. Is that a spider?
Do you see that thing? Oh my God, it's
I
like
almost
3
died,
inches across.
bro. Take that off the screen. Take it off the screen
Oh
right
my God.
now.
Well, good thing I wasn't looking at my
Bruh,
screen.
that is
dang.
the ugliest spider I've ever seen in my life on
Oh
Earth today.
Oh, he's huge. Oh my God, he's huge.
You let him walk away. You.
What am I gonna do?
You were supposed to stomp his face.
What am I gonna do?
What is going on over there, people?
Yo, that was the nastiest spider I've ever seen. Ever.
Mike, he's gonna be on your chest tonight when you're sleeping, looking in your face.
Oh.
Oh my
man.
God! You were supposed to stomp his 8 eyes out. You were supposed to listen. I don't care of what religion you are. Those things are from the devil. They come from the devil. They are
Nope, you know
evil,
who can get it?
bruh. Mike, you were
Look at
supposed
him.
to
He's
listen.
freaked out,
I
too.
know you're from Philly. You were supposed to A-town stomp that thing. You were supposed to.
Nope.
You were supposed to crip walk on top of that spider. You were supposed to do a cadence on top of that spider. Bruh, that thing was huge.
No.
Was that thing the size of your palm?
That was a big spider.
Was that? I mean, I can't
Like-
tell because I don't know. You were zoomed in, I think. So was it? How big
No,
was it?
it was
Compared
about
to your
3
hand.
inches.
Okay, that thing was big.
From the whole length of my finger, from side to side, was from tip to tip on the legs. It was
Okay.
huge.
I can't believe you just really said that you would have to do
He's
a
back.
walk
Oh my
on.
God, he's back. Oh
You
my
got
God,
a
he's
second
back.
opportunity.
Stomp
Take care
him!
of it, sir.
Stomp him, Mike! He's gonna look you in your face tonight. So either stomp him or be awoken by a hairy, 8-legged, multiple-eyed being that is staring at you.
Oh my God,
ready
he's huge,
to
dude. Look,
pump
this is a 4-inch
poison.
wide piece of wood.
Bruh, stomp his
6
face.
inch. That's a 6-inch wide piece
Jump
of wood.
from where you're at, like you're about to slam dunk, onto his face. I would have
my God,
no
all right.
hesitation. Grab the hairspray and the lighter. Something. Grab the 357 Magnum and blow him away.
Oh my
man.
God, he's so big,
Hey,
dude.
222.
It's so scary.
I know you don't kill spiders. 222. I much appreciate who you are because you
Wait,
are a
we're still
wilderness
live?
person. Yes, we are definitely.
Oh yeah, we're still
Oh,
live.
my
I'm one.
goodness. Well,
I'm
I'm
live.
sorry,
Can you not
everybody,
tell
for
I'm
all
live?
this.
I'm live. I'm live in effect. I am like Cat Williams right now. Understand this. Listen, Mike, if you don't go inside right now and grab that dusty ass 380 you have and blow
Gone.
that spider
He's gone,
to
dude.
smithereens.
Oh,
Dusty, I keep my gun clean, brother.
whoa.
It's little,
Oh man,
but it's clean.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just
That was
kidding.
heck of a
man.
shot fired. Wow.
I'm
Dude,
sorry. I'm sorry.
He's so big, dude. It's
I'm
the
sorry,
scariest
chat.
thing ever.
Listen, chat. If you love spiders, I really, really have a thing where I don't agree with them, man. So when I was like,
doesn't
when
agree
I
with
was a
them.
small boy, probably like 5 or 6
They're gonna
years old,
be. There's nothing I can do about it.
I was in Central Florida and I was
Where I
running
live,
through.
they're
I was running
gonna
through the
be
woods
big.
and we have these things called banana spiders down here. And banana spiders
Oh,
can get
God.
Oh, they're huge, dude.
pretty big,
They're
and they're
freaking-
Oh, hell no.
ugly.
Hell
They're so ugly.
no.
I ran through the banana spider web, and the banana spider was on my face.
Nope.
It was on my face, and I almost died. I almost died. Like, I don't know how I got it off my face. I don't remember anything else besides the fact that it was on my face. I know I panicked. I probably screamed like a 28-year-old woman in the middle of a horror movie. And I just kept swiping. Eventually, the spider was not on my face anymore, but I cried like a girl. And it was.
Oh yeah, we got these in Georgia too, man.
Oh, that's
These banana
it.
spiders.
That's it.
I bet you do.
You're trying to
I bet you
traumatize
do.
me.
Big ones too.
You're trying to traumatize
Size of
me.
your foot spiders.
Bruh, those are... Yo, what are these... What are the ants called that have wings? Apparently, I'm finding many of them in my house today.
Those are termites.
No, they're too big to
Well,
be a
wings?
termite. It's too big to be a termite.
No, termites can get big.
No, they're exceptionally big.
I thought
Bruh.
termites had wings, don't they?
Yeah, they have wings.
Well, there's
but
an ant with wings. Termites
no, there's
do
an
look
ant with
similar,
wings too.
but it looks to me like
I know it's the ant
an
with wings because
ant
I've
has
experienced them
three
before.
sections of its body,
Yeah, it's
and the
ant.
termite is a solid body creature right here.
Yeah, it's like a
Bubby,
caterpillar
he's
with
a
wings and
fat-
legs. With
Huh?
just less
Well, all I
legs.
know is
Perfect.
I've seen some big ass spiders in my life, but that is the biggest spider I have ever seen in my life, and I am kind of creeped out right now, like officially, genuinely creeped out right now.
Mike, you're
Pick
better
it
than
then.
me. You're better than me, bruh. Because listen, that spider would not breathe air anymore. Listen, I don't care whether I had to stomp it or go in the house and grab my pistol AK-47 and pop a couple 7.62 by 3.9s right in that spider's
Taking out the
arse.
porch.
Yeah, the whole porch would be gone, and I would be proud of it. I would be damn proud of it. I'll go inside and I'll tell my wife, baby, I blew that spider away. She's gonna say, but our porch is gone. I'm gonna say, but I blew the spider away. So
With a howitzer.
look, see all
So-
of this stuff that you're showing on screen, Bobby. I wanna kick you from the chat.
Yeah.
I think what you were looking at though was a wolf spider. Is that?
Yeah,
No,
we have a lot
it wasn't
of wolf
like this,
spiders
bro.
around
It was
here.
like
And this
it
was
had
the
a pattern
biggest one
on it.
I've
These things
ever
are
seen.
pretty one colored. That thing had like speckles of brown and like a light cream color on it. It was
Yeah, no, this looks like every wolf spider that we have around here.
maybe it was a wolf
It's
spider
just
then. See,
a
those look a
lot
little different than what you
Bigger.
just
It's like a
see, bro. I
it's like
wanna
from the
know what
Limerick
this-
power plant, nuclear modified
See these
freaking spider.
stupid ants keep coming after my TV.
You never know, Mike. You never know.
Well, if they're termites, I don't care because I rent this house and it's my landlord's business, and I'm gonna be up out of here in about 6 months, and it's his business to deal with. So if it's termites, good luck to you, Mr. Landlord, because I'm buying a house and it's gonna be new. It is not gonna have no termite. So I just want to say that now.
Well, hopefully your landlord isn't listening right now.
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't put the termites here.
Well,
I didn't invite
like
them.
if he is listening, then now he knows. Hey, you have a termite problem.
Yeah, for real. If you're listening,
Right.
Mr. Landlord, get your butt over here and fix this problem I'm having right now because I'm not happy. And also, I have a power socket in my bathroom that is not working anymore. I'd like for you to fix it so I can shave my beard properly in the morning. Thank you.
And on that note, gentlemen, I gotta get going.
No,
It's,
hey,
it's getting
listen.
kinda late.
Just hang in there for about 2 more minutes. We're about to end it. We've gone a
Yeah,
little long.
yeah, I got you. I'll hang out till the end. I just wanted to let it be known that I gotta get going soon.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I didn't get to everything I wanted to get to because I was having a little bit too much fun tonight. Sorry if anybody didn't enjoy my commentary tonight. I did.
All right, we got 2 more
So,
shows the next 2 nights. We'll cover anything you want to cover.
But one thing I did want to say is for those of you who have time on your hands and like to research some stuff, research that U.S. federal attorney that was washed up on the beach in Hollywood, Florida, with
Interesting story.
with bullet holes in his head. If you guys have the time,
Yeah.
research that and see what you guys
Interesting
get
story.
into. If you guys find anything interesting, share it with me. I will go into that subject on Wednesday on 0 Hour if Mike doesn't mind.
I don't mind one
I
bit.
won't go into it on Tech Talk Live tomorrow, but on Wednesday I'll go into it then. I should have more research done by then anyway. And yeah, anybody got anything they want to share? I know. Okay, before anybody shares anything, I know that we do have Tech Talk Live on Erick's channel on Tuesdays every week. It's around 10 to 10:30 p.m. each week, and that's on Erick's original channel, Erick M. Is it M or M1? M. It's M. And
M.
so, and then I'm Mike Robertson, also has the show 0 Hour at 9 p.m. on Wednesday evening. Make sure to tune in
Yep.
there. You'll catch us all there.
Bobby's
as well.
got Thursdays. Bobby, what time have you been going lately?
We try to go about 7. That gives us enough time to get to the house, get something to eat, and get on the mic.
Get the grub on.
Yeah. That's the Scattered Smothered Experiment. Check us out on the Scattered Smothered Experiment channel. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Hope you guys have enjoyed your day with your family, friends, loved ones, and did tell someone that you do appreciate their service to our military.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
John
I'm-
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiger Woods. It's not breaking to me, and it's not really important to me. But I guess I'll.
Yeah,
share.
but what a mugshot,
Tiger
though,
Woods.
man.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
what I was
that
getting to.
mugshot is destined
Tiger
for coffee
Woods was
tables forever.
arrested. It wasn't at 5 a.m., John. It was at 3 a.m. It was in Jupiter, Florida, in West Palm Beach. Keep in mind that Tiger Woods does own an establishment in Jupiter, Florida. He owns a restaurant there that he opened last year.
So he got a DUI for free.
And also, I do want to say that the street that he was arrested on, there is a pretty big upscale strip club there. So he may have been coming from there. Every man has his weakness. I'm not justifying anything, but
but what a mugshot, though.
his
That's all I'm
mugshot
saying.
was pretty jacked up. I do want to put that out there. Anybody who didn't see it, make sure you go ahead and look at it because it is pretty funny. He he does look pretty jacked up. I feel bad for the guy though. His life is in shambles. But you get what you look for. The grass is not always greener on the other side. If you're married, stay real with your partner. Don't go out and do anything wrong. Monogamy is very important. It's very hard to find in today's time.
This has been a public service announcement.
Marriage is a very
Independent Press
very important part of life, and you should honor that. You should never step out on your partner in life. If you're not happy at home, end it. Walk away. There's no reason for you to put anybody else through that heartache. But I'm gonna leave it there. I love each and every one of every single person out there, and the ones who are not out there, the ones who used to be out there, and everybody, man. I love all y'all. Much love to all of our fallen loved ones. And anybody got anything they want?
Can I give a quick shout out?
Sure.
Last shout out of the night. At Otis the Handy Dog, Handy with an I, on Twitter. Otis needs some love. He needs some followers.
At Otis
also
the
one more
Handy
thing,
Dog,
too.
Handy with an eye on Twitter. Make sure y'all check that out. He's a veteran. Okay, I gotta be for real tonight because it's just a real day. He's not really a veteran, but it's a going joke, and it's a really good one. So
He's a veteran
don't,
supporter.
Don't let it pass here. But he is a veteran supporter.
He's our buddy.
And Eric, what you got
Yeah,
to say,
one-
bro?
I might do a stream tonight, a chatting games, but I don't know. It depends on if I keep energy that I have.
Okay, cool. So everybody who heard that, Eric may possibly have a stream tonight on your main channel, E.
Yep.
Okay, on the main channel. If you guys are with us on Twitter, you will see some links out there. If not, every single person you see here in this panel and who have been here earlier today, everybody's links are in the description box. You can find every link that you want in there. And hi Lee, I do want to give some shout outs to the people in the chat because I love each and every one of you.
Wait, what about this? What about the friendly spiders? His link in the description box.
No. Ain't nothing friendly about no spider. Kill them on sight. Dead on sight. KIA. Please kill on sight. KOA. I don't tolerate those. If it's a daddy long legs, it's all cool. You're more than welcome to chill in my house. You ain't gotta pay no rent or nothing. But if you look like that spider that was sitting on Mike's porch, he needs to die ASAP. But other than that, I just want to give some shout outs before we leave. Paul Panda Man, much love. Mr. Anderson 222, Vikings fan, John Smith, whoever that Brian Richmond is. No, just kidding. What's up, B? Who else is out there? Cindy Bruner, Barb N, Mrs. Ghost, Mr. Ghost. Tell your husband what's up. John Smith. I don't know if I said that already. I feel like I did. Juhuli Bolin. I hope I said that correct. Everybody, man. Everybody. Much love to all of y'all, man. I appreciate it. And
I've just dropped the link to the Truth Seeker Summer Bash in the chat as well. So
okay.
If you're interested, go check it out.
Yeah. Whom It May. Make sure y'all check that out. If you guys are not subbed to Whom It May, click his name. Go ahead and sub it up. That link right there is to the Summer Bash, August 26th. If you don't know, you may find each and every one of us there. You may not. But go with the other side.
I don't know if I'm
just
gonna
saying.
make it.
If Eric don't make it, if Eric don't make it to Cleveland, Ohio, then we got a problem. I just want to say that. So, everybody, it's been an awesome night. As you guys can see, I have enjoyed my Memorial Day. I always do because I love all of my people that have passed on the battlefield and off the battlefield. So I enjoy it for them and for myself. So each and every one of you guys expect you guys to do the same. Eat some good food. I seen the ongoing chat was laughing about me saying that I must have ate some good food today. And I eat good food every day. I just want to say that. It's one of my weaknesses, and I'm cool with it. But thank you, everybody, and we'll see you the next time. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. That's the next show. Tech Talk Live, Eric M. Much love, everybody. Peace.
Adios.
Peace out, y'all.
Oh, wait. How do I end my stream again? Just kidding.
Wow.